Okay, these are all dry. I'm going to distress them a little bit and glue them onto the corners here. And also I went online and I went to an Etsy shop that sold a digital file for these luggage stickers. And he had a couple, or the shop had a couple sizes, like regular size and also these miniatures. And I got the miniatures because I figure this is smaller than a suitcase. I'm downsizing everything. Okay, let's pull this out here. And let's distress these a little bit with the black soot and see if, oops, that gives me the look I like, because I already like what I'm seeing now. Not sure how much this will actually stick to the paint. And I see that my little sponge is pretty old and it's shedding. You know, these look pretty old already without me having to do this. I think I'm going to be okay. So what I do is I cut the slit, I'm going to fold them over, glue them, and then glue them to the corners like that. Okay, so basically I need glue on the entire circle. Fold it over. Just going to hold that for a second to make sure that I have a good seal. You know that Scotch tacky glue dries pretty quickly. And that's what it's looking like right there. Oops, I want to get on the camera there. Okay, now I will take this off camera to do all the four on the bottom corners. Okay, all these corners are done, and I'm really happy with the result here. It's just cardstock gray with that kind of silverish paint, but it really looks good. And I didn't have to use my reserves that I had made for backups. Now the next step is I want to get these on here. I do want a strap around here. I was looking at the idea of a black cardstock. But I decided that I want a buckle on that, and I do have this old leather belt that I'm not using, so I might see if I can do that, and I'd have to cut it up and get it to work around there. But let's go ahead and work on these, and I'm just going to Mod Podge them on there. And I just did this in printer weight paper, and I used an off-white or cream color paper so that it would look more aged. And I just took some walnut stain distress ink around them to dull that up. You can see I've got plenty to scatter around, and I want to kind of leave a little bit in the middle there for the belt that's going to go around. So let's play with all of that. Alright, I have some Mod Podge that I put some into a short jar because I don't like having to pour it into something else. And I will just start with a little bit. I decided I'm going to Mod Podge the entire box when I'm done, so it's okay if I get this beyond the line of the image I'm putting on there. Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. Okay, I got all of these on the lid. This keeps wanting to zoom in, sorry. And I put some on the side, and I wrapped a few of them around, and this is the front. I didn't do any in the back. I figure it's going to be on my shelf, and some on the covers I wrapped around too. Now I want to put a coat of Mod Podge over this, or something similar, and I found in my stash of Martha Stewart's Durable Antique Finish. So it's supposed to look, I already mixed it up a little bit, it's supposed to look antique-y, so let's see if that helps. I don't know. It's a kind of an off-white color. I've used it before, but I don't even remember what it did. It has a light tan color to it. I guess my question is, do I want to podge over these little imitation metal clips at the top? I'm not sure at this point. So what I'll do is I'll just podge this lid and set it up to dry. And then I will podge the box off camera because there's obviously no reason for you to have to watch me do that. I'm hoping this does give it an older look. Okay, now it is completely done with all of the images on there and using that decoupage stuff that ages, and I think it's really adorable. I didn't mean to put up one that was going to go under the lid, but you kind of lose track, so I think it was really cute. I like the way that turned out, and I like the little corners here and how that was easy to add to that. Very adorable. Now I left this spot here for this belt, and now I'm kind of second guessing myself. It's just so thick, and I'm thinking I might just switch it out and use cardstock after all, but use this belt part. And the reason is I want it to be flat, like on the bottom when I'm storing it, and this is just going to be really a pain to go around there. Although it is cute, I think I'm going to go with a paper strip. So let me measure this for width so I know how wide to make. That's just 1/4 of it. No, it's 1/2 inch. Okay, let's see if that'll get through that buckle there. Yes, it'll work. So I'm going to remove this buckle from here. So I had paused the video and forgot to unpause it. So what I did, I'll see where I left off, I glued that down so it wouldn't flap around. I glued this black paper all the way to under the lip here. And then I glued strips along here to look like the belt continued the strap continued all the way around it. So that's that. All I need to do is make a little card to go in here, which won't be hard at all. Two and a half by about 1. I'm going to take my chances and try and stamp it and see if I can get that lined up in there. I chose this word because I thought it would be cute. Talk about the hopes and dreams of someone traveling. And that might even need to be distressed just a little bit. It looks a little too new. Now let's try that. Oh, cute. All done. So that is a photo box made into a traveling trunk. I think it's just adorable. I'm really happy with it. And then when you open it, you've got room to put PassBooks, a lot of them in there. Just one way of storing them when they are completed. Thank you for watching.